as this stream makes its way to you, please type something in the chat. Let me know if you can see me and hear me. Welcome to SEM Mondays Live, my weekly live show here on YouTube. This is absolutely the place to be every Monday. God willing, every Monday I'm here. Last Monday we had a holiday here in the US, so I wasn't. Other than holidays and weird tech stuff, which I certainly had my fair share of here this morning. But I am super excited to welcome you to SEM Mondays Live. This is for sure the place to be every Monday for all things source energy medicine. Place to be able to get your questions answered live in real time. And, it's kind of crazy to think about how long at this point we've been doing this extended format, right? It used to be a quick 11-minute open Q&A, and now I've extended the format pretty extensively to allow for more time for questions and answers, because there's so many questions about the pandemic, about vaccinations, about what can I do if I choose to not get the vaccination? 5G, is that play into this? So many things that are related to health and wellness and dis-ease and viruses. My God, there is so much confusion around viruses, and we're still waging a war against viruses, even though it's common knowledge, not so common knowledge across the board, I guess. It's well known, not yet common knowledge, that viruses are part of how we evolve as a species, right? And there certainly are viruses that do create significant dis-ease, but for the most part, like we could not survive as a species without viruses. And it's kind of crazy to think about, because we're still waging a war. I mean, look at all of these insane cleaners that are trying to kill the COVID-19, and it's killing everything, right? It's killing bacteria. Our body cannot thrive without bacteria, right? And viruses certainly are part of. You said the word microbiome not too long ago. Even today, a lot of people don't know what the microbiome is, and the virome, right, which is the whole world of viruses, that is largely unknown. So, it's kind of crazy to think that we have been waging a war on the things, bacteria and viruses. Bacteria. We really can't even digest food very easily at all without having friendly bacteria. So kind of crazy. And yet, I think it really, since 2003, 2002, I have been talking about all of this. It was 2004 when I realized, like, the thing that makes a bacteria friendly or unfriendly, meaning it will support my digestion or help my brain function, or, and in a healthy human, we have we should have countless bacteria, many more friendly bacteria than we actually have cells. My research that really led to my curiosity about, okay, so why are there some bacteria that are supportive of our physiology, supportive of our well-being, and there are others that cause pretty significant illness, right? Think about salmonella or botulism, things like that, right? So, of course, those of you who are have taken a deep dive into source energy medicine, you don't even have to take a very deep dive to realize that the key is the calibration, right? It's the calibration of the physical aspect of my being. It's the calibration of the bacteria that determine whether it's friendly or unfriendly. Physical aspect of my being, the calibration is going to a large determine whether I'm experiencing vibrant health and wellness, and I'm able to self-balance, self-correct, self-heal, or I have kind of out of control physiological processes, right? Immune systems that are highly dysfunctional, guts that don't work well at all, and on and on. So it's outside of source energy medicine, that is, I have not yet heard of anyone who is talking about this. So you're not certainly not going to find this kind of conversation on mainstream media, not yet at least. But when science realizes that it's the vibration of the pathogens that is a big part of the cause, right? If you think about cause and effect, it's the calibration of the physical aspect of the being that's going to determine the effect, and it's really, really very, very simple. And yet, there are an awful lot of integrative wellness professionals who discount this theory because it's too simple, right? It's like, well, as complicated as our physiology is, there is a simplicity to it, right? And it is just a matter of calibration. Everything in our physical world is made up of the same particles or waves of light and information. And it's how those particles are clustered, structured, and arranged that make the variety of things that we have. And it's the calibration of those particles that's going to determine its experience. And it's as simple and easy and straightforward as that. So, and yet, it's a different conversation than even in a lot of what I would consider bold and courageous documentaries that are all centered around COVID and vaccinations and things like that. Even those folks they don't have the understanding, the awareness of the calibration of the physical aspect of our being is going to determine whether we get COVID or not, whether to a certain degree, whether we're going to possibly experience a serious adverse effect to the vaccinations. So it's there are a lot of people who are seeking answers, and it's kind of cool to have, like, with those of you who have participated in our master class that's all about emergency preparedness. That is a deep dive into really knowing what to do proactively to make sure that you stay well, and this goes so far beyond COVID, right? But there's used to be a flu season. Now it's just living in Colorado. Often it seems like we have one season, one really long season, and three very, very short ones. And I think flu season is even more extreme than that, in that it just is this constant sort of thing, right? There's always a cold going around, and it's crazy to think about. Even most doctors don't realize that most colds are a coronavirus, right? A coronavirus is a contributing factor to that, right? So lots to think about, lots to explore, and certainly gives me a great sense of peace and comfort and empowerment knowing that really one of the main things that I have to keep my eye on is the calibration of the physical aspect of my being. And if I ever start to feel like I'm going to get sick, I know exactly what to do, and I take these very proactive measures, and that's everything that I outline in the emergency preparedness masterclass. And I got to tell you, the content that is in that, very concise, very condensed, very I think it's a fun and inspiring and empowering masterclass. And yes, I have personal interest in it, and yet the feedback that we've received has been so strong constantly. And just in case you don't know, I've left registration open so that as folks come into our community and learn about the masterclass, they can register and sign up, and everything is set up so you go completely at your own pace and of course from the comfort and safety of your own home. You can access the content from any device, and that's true with, we have 2 master classes and all of our online workshops. They're all available in that same sort of go at your own pace, right? Learn at your own speed. Stop, rewind, rewatch as much and as often as you want. So thank you for all of the kind words and very beautiful emojis. Welcome Sadavjeet and Barbara Ann and Judith and Vita and others. It is, I think it's awesome that in the Source Energy Medicine Quick Start Guide, right, which is, if you're not familiar with that, that's our free course in Source Energy Medicine, and that contains our charging label system, an electronic copy of my book, and I think there's 16 modules altogether these days, and most of it's pre-recorded videos, lots of downloadable handouts. It really is everything that's essential to your journey with Source Energy Medicine. It's all free, all really well organized, and it is definitely, you know, if you are exploring Source Energy Medicine, you have to sign up for the Quick Start Guide because it's where the charging labels are, and it's the best way to be able to share all of the information, right? So, you know, I think it's fantastic in that, to me, one of the reasons why we have so few questions since producing that, general questions about Source Energy Medicine, since producing that Quick Start Guide, is because the Quick Start Guide is super, it's like, it goes so far beyond the basics, you know, and a lot of people say you should call it a master class. I used to call it a mini course. I stopped doing that because 16 modules is definitely not a mini course. And yet all the videos are very short, professionally edited, very concise, and, you know, no fluff, no filler. And it is all designed with the intention to assist you on your journey with Source Energy Medicine, right? I can't have one-on-one conversations with everyone who's interested in exploring Source Energy Medicine. And that's one of the reasons why I wrote Heal Thyself. And the reality is, you know, I love to read. I'm constantly reading. I always have several books going at the same time. And yet I realize that I am, and I listen to a lot of books as well. And I realize that neither of those is the norm. And most people want to watch a video, and I get that. I learn a lot. I take a lot of courses that are online courses that are all available in video, and I'm super, I love that format, especially those that are designed where I can go at my own pace, right? Because if I want to take notes and I don't have a way of being able to pause, then I'm going to miss the next several minutes while I'm taking notes, because I can't listen and learn and take notes on what, you know, what was just covered. So, so I mentioned that about the Quick Start Guide and about the questions, and, you know, I don't have any questions. A lot of questions that come in by email, we're able to simply direct people to, or the person with the question, to a video that's in the Quick Start Guide. And it makes it really easy, right? Because then you just go to that place, watch that video, and you get likely more than the answer to your question, which is, I think it's fantastic. And we have this new app that we invested in that we're using in some of our online workshops. It's going to be available in all of our online workshops in the near future. But it enables you to be able to do a search within all of the videos in any of our courses, and it not only will show you what videos have the words that you're searching for, but it'll show you the exact moment in that video, and it'll show you the exact moment. So if you put in a really good keyword in the search, you're going to get excellent results. And that is going to be available in the Quick Start Guide in the coming months. So it will certainly enable, because I you know, 16 videos, if I need to find like the one thing, it's how do I know which video it's in, is more often than not the question. So it's a really fantastic tool to be able to search, you know, for the non-material Source Energy Medicine workshops, that is available, and within our Certified Source Energy Medicine Coach training, the search feature is available in there too, and it is the fundamentals of source energy medicine workshops are the ones that we're currently working on getting that online. So I'm going to get everything set for doing our group non-material source energy medicine. That's a energy healing group session that we're about to experience that I'll invite you to partake in. If you are totally new to source energy medicine, you don't know about the non-material aspect of source energy medicine, when we're done here, just search, put in those words in Google or in the search bar on YouTube. And there's videos within the Quick Start Guide, and there's videos within our YouTube channel where I explain this as best as I can. But just to let you know, so that you can experience this now without watching that, within every aspect of source energy medicine, there is no possibility of anything that's traumatic or cathartic or unsettling, even if we're working on transforming emotions. With this particular group session, my intention, my focus is, it's important for you to know, like, I can't do everything that I do when I work one-on-one within a group, right? So what I can do with a group is very different than what I can do when I work one-on-one with a client. And there's also, there's different variations of working within a group. Like within the non-material source energy medicine sessions club, it's a very different style group session because I know everyone who is participating, right? They've registered, they've joined the membership, and I do a general group energy healing session, but then I energetically connect with each and every participant, and it's a way for me to be able to work with that person one-on-one. And I don't have a whole lot of supportive evidence of this, but I believe that working in that way within a group where I'm connecting one-on-one with people actually creates windows of potential and possibility that are even greater than when I work one-on-one with a client, because there is a group dynamic, right, that contributes to our morphic field that creates greater potential and possibility for each of us. So if you don't know about the Sessions Club, to me it's one of the most exciting things that I've ever shared with our community. And we opened registration not that long ago. It's off to a fantastic start. We have an amazing group of people, and it is going, I wasn't sure technically how it was all going to work. And it's all going so beautifully, so smoothly, and being very well received that we're opening registration for that, and we're able to invite a small group of folks to be able to join us there. So there'll be links to that in the show notes below this player. But it's what I'm able to focus on in these group sessions on SEM Mondays is all of the things that are most important to your physical health and well-being, right? Which is what most people are concerned about these days with COVID. And whether you're vaccinated or not vaccinated, it's still the same approach, right? I don't think that, based on what I've learned, like, the vaccination is definitely not long-term answer. It might be a very short-term answer, just in terms of being able to have people go back to work, to work in office buildings and things like that, and open up the economy, right? Open up restaurants and retail shops again and things like that. And yet, it's still there's still the same concerns, right? Whether you're vaccinated or not vaccinated, at least in my mind, because if you have a vaccination but the physical aspect of your being calibrates below 200, well, the likelihood of a breakthrough infection of COVID, or one of the COVID variations or something else, is very, it's like prime terrain for that to happen. So when the physical aspect of your being calibrates high enough, you absolutely have viruses, you have bacteria, except they're all supportive of your health and well-being. And, for a lot of people, that's a kooky notion, blasphemy in a lot, a lot of areas. And yet there's, I have been talking about this since 2002. And of course, Source Energy Medicine has been available since 2004. So it's a lot of years and a lot of folks that we've shared Source Energy Medicine with around the world. And with complete safety, right? The worst thing that can happen, I always say, is nothing. And the best thing that can happen is nothing short of what would be characterized as a massive blessing or truly miraculous. So on your end, please turn off your buzzers, your ringers, your notifications if at all possible. Just get as comfortable, physically comfortable, mentally comfortable. I think it's important to honor the healing process and to, if you're sitting in a busy cafe or something, probably not the best environment to try and focus on healing yourself. So you can come back and watch the replay to either this SEM Mondays or any SEM Mondays. You just jump to the energy healing part and experience that. But please do it when you're in a place where you can create a bit of sacred space, right? To honor the healing process, honor you and your health and well-being, and take time to focus on you, to focus some love and loving intention, unconditionally loving intention, and allow yourself to simply be. So I turn my camera off when I do this work. There'll be chanting going on in the background if the technology works. The chanting has nothing to do with the energy work. It's simply so that you can, if you have your eyes closed, a lot of folks like to lie down and close their eyes to receive this work. And if that feels appropriate and feels safe for you and comfortable for you, then you could try that out. And if it doesn't feel safe or appropriate, or if you're not in a place where it would be appropriate to do that, please don't. And probably be just about 5 minutes or so, 5 to 7 minutes. I never know how long it's going to be. And on your end, I really don't need you to do anything, even though you are indeed healing yourself. Your work really is to relax and receive, continue to breathe comfortably, take good care of yourself. And just be and bask in this unconditionally loving energy. So and then when I'm done with the group energy healing session, I'll come back on the broadcast and invite you to take a deep breath, and then we'll wrap things up. And God willing, we'll see you back here next Monday for another installment of SEM Mondays. Before we get into that, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, to my YouTube channel, it's one of the best ways I can continue to support you. And if you click on that bell, the bell icon, which is notifications, then YouTube will let you know when I'm live. They'll send you a notification, or when I upload a new video. So that said, please go ahead and get nice and comfortable. Allow yourself to relax. And for me, an attitude. welcome back to this live broadcast here on YouTube and this time Space Reality. I do indeed hope that you were able to relax, you were able to allow, you were able to receive, literally opening your heart to these gifts, to these blessings, and that this experience, right, this energy healing does bring you blessings and miracles and gifts that are far beyond your wildest imagination. You know, I love the notion that only I can heal myself, and yet I don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. It's one of the things that really excites me about this particular forum, this particular way of being able to connect virtually from wherever it is that you are around the world, from the comfort and safety of our own homes or offices, or being out and about on our mobile devices, and have the opportunity to connect in community with folks who are also have the knowing, right, the belief that I can indeed heal myself. And it's amazing that we have such a warm, welcoming, supportive community within, you know, even just within our YouTube community, which is kind of crazy to think about. I never thought I would be doing anything on YouTube. But you know, all of our workshops have some sort of a virtual community, and even the you know, the quick start guide is a great resource to be able to connect with others from around the world who are also just getting started with source energy medicine. So that is all I have for you today. Definitely take some time and check out the new Source Energy Medicine Sessions Club. I think it is something that would be a tremendous asset, a way of enabling you to be able to accelerate your healing process, to be able to, you know, the energy work, the non-material aspect of source energy medicine is absolutely the fastest, the most direct, the quickest way for me to be able to share source energy medicine with you. And, you know, some folks experience within a very short period of time what with charging labels could take a year or more. So I think it's exciting to have options. It's exciting to have tools that are available and resources where there is absolutely no downside. There's no possibility of any negative side effects or any catharsis or dramatic healing reaction or anything like that. So check out the links in the show notes, and God willing, I will see you back here next Monday for another installment of SEM Mondays Live. Between now and then, take very good care of yourself. Please be kind and courteous and generous with those around you, especially those who seem to be acting from you know, I love the way Gary Zukov calls it, acting from the frightened part of my personality, right? A part of my personality that is yet to be healed. And there are a lot of people who are experiencing unprecedented levels of stress and trauma and fear and uncertainty, and that's been prolonged. That's been for a longer period of time than we ever have had this kind of really strong emotions as a human species. So a lot of people in our community are watching the replays to SEM Mondays and experiencing the group energy healing sessions once or twice or 3 times a day, just to be able to help to counter some of that stress and fear and uncertainty, just to unplug from everything and just be in unconditionally loving energy. As always, my friends, I wish you continued blessings on your journey with Source Energy Medicine. Bye for now.